guys, today we're going to talk about an exercise which probably doesn't rate too high on anyone's favourites list, the burpee. How we can turn it into a really effective exercise, take all the pressure off our lower back and make it a really good one for our legs, shoulders, arms and of course our cardio at the same time. So let's get started. The first thing we want to make sure we do is put our hands directly on the floor within an inch of our feet. What we want to avoid is putting our hands too far out in front. So with our feet on the ground, our hands are going to go directly in front of them. So by having them too far out in front, you're already going to start in a weakened and less tight position. So make sure your hands are within an inch of your feet on the ground. Step number 2, we're going to jump back and collapse our elbows simultaneously. So you'll notice that my hips are going to hit the ground at the exact same millisecond my chest does. I'll use that example now. So as I'm doing that, what I'm going to be doing is keeping my body straight like I'm doing a plank at the same time. What we want to avoid is bottoming out with our hips hitting the ground first. I'll do an example of a paw one. As a result of this, by keeping my elbows straight, all the pressure here is going to go on my lower back, which after you've done a few of them is really going to start to hurt. So let's make sure that the millisecond our feet are up in the air, that's when we start to collapse our elbows and our feet hit the ground at the exact same moment that our chest does. Step 3, you've noticed that I don't spend very much time on the ground at all. Once my chest hits the floor, I immediately push back up, imagining your arms are rubber basically, and you hit the ground, come straight back up. Spend as little time down on the ground as you can and make the push-up component of the burpee as quick as you possibly can. From there, you'll notice that my feet return back to the original position they were at, directly in front of my hands, or directly behind my hands rather. Get your feet as close to your hands as you possibly can. In the event that your feet don't get very close to your hands, you'll notice what you have to end up doing is walking your hands backwards so you can get into this position I'm in here now, which is the most effective position to jump up. So if we jump back, but only jump halfway forward, I can't jump from here. If I take my hands off the ground, I'll fall over. So what I need to do then is walk backwards. You can do that, but it's much less effective and it's a lot slower as well. It means it'll take you probably double to 3 times the amount of time to do the same burpee. So let's make sure, jump those feet all the way forward. In conclusion, the burpee can be a great exercise to incorporate into your bodyweight workouts if it's done correctly. Let's go through those 4 steps again. Number 1, make sure you put your hands directly on the ground in front of your feet. Number 2, jump back and collapse your elbows at the same time, keeping your body straight as a plank, hips hitting the ground at the same time as your chest. Number 3, jump all the way, bounce off the ground as quick as you can, bend and straighten out your elbows just like they're rubber bands. And number 4, get your feet all the way back to their starting position, 1 inch away from your hands. This is going to make the burpee a really effective exercise for you, take all the pressure off your lower back, and maybe you won't hate it so much next time.